Hey, this is Pastor Dave, and this is your Monday Mojo. Hope you had a great weekend. So this is not a classic Monday Mojo, but I do want to refer back to the message from yesterday. Yesterday I delivered a message on Jesus' parable of the wheat and the tares. Tares is a biblical name for weeds, okay? And so Jesus talks about in this parable the fact that when wheat and weeds grow up together, these tares look exactly like the wheat. So it's not until they've produced their fruit that you can tell the difference. And so Jesus says you need to let the wheat and the weeds grow up together, because if you try and root them out, you could tear up the wheat. And then he also said that you'll know them by the fruit, right? So what happens is that wheat grows up and it produces wheat. You can make flour from it. You can make bread from it. The tares, they produce nothing. What they do produce is really noxious. It'll make you sick to your stomach. It can actually put you in a coma and even death. And so there's a big difference between wheat and weeds, right? And Jesus says you need to let them grow up together, which I kind of think implies that we need to learn to live together, even though we might be very different from each other. So I tell you all that because I went to the state fair, and I love going to the state fair. I don't love it as much as Laura, but I do love going to the state fair. And I was wearing this shirt. I like to wear this shirt. It gets a lot of comments when I'm out. People were saying, hey, I like your shirt. Hey, I like your shirt. I love it. I love it. And this is a shirt that it's a promotional material from the Angel Studios movie, Cry Freedom. Okay? So I love to wear this shirt. And that movie was a movie about busting up and ending child sex trafficking. I think we can all agree that's a heinous, heinous thing in this life. It's something that none of us want. We would all love to see it gone from this earth. So I'm wearing this shirt. Most people are saying nice things about it, but we go into this one building, there's a gentleman there, and he said, hey, what's that shirt about? And I could tell right off the bat that it wasn't like, hey, I like your shirt. And I said, oh, it's a promotional material from a movie about child sex trafficking and how much of a problem that is. Before I could even finish saying that, he says, I'll tell you what a problem is. The problem is that the church has been bought out by Trump. That's the problem. I just about dropped my jaw, because I thought, we've gone from child sex trafficking to the church has been bought out by Trump. And I thought to myself, how can you do that? How can you move from something so horrible and horrific and jump right in? I guess because I was wearing a shirt that had a flag on it that made me patriotic, I must be MAGA. I guess. It's the only thing I can figure out. But I thought to myself, we've got a problem here when we can go that quickly from something that is absolutely horrible, something that needs to be dealt with, something that needs to be gone, to the church has been bought out by Trump. And I thought to myself, we've got a problem. We don't know how to learn to live together. We don't know how to coexist together. And we can't talk about something that's really, really a serious problem like this without jumping to something else. I think it's almost noxious the way we don't know how to have a discussion with each other today. It's almost something that'll make you sick to your stomach, that we can't sit down as Americans and have a conversation with each other. It's disturbing. It bothers me. I think we should be able to disagree, and disagree sharply on politics and life, but not be so angry and mean to each other. Anyway, those were my thoughts that left my jaw on the ground in the dirt in Pioneer Village at the State Fair. And I hope we can learn to live better together with each other as we move forward. Have yourself a great week.